Hello everybody, I'm the world's worst, but you can call me iRolls, and welcome to this video. First of all, I haven't uploaded for like a couple of weeks now. Sorry about that, but there's been a lot of stuff going on. I've gotten some new equipment, moved my Xbox location, all that, and then also there's Corona, so it's been pretty interesting. But because of said virus, I have a lot of time at home now, so expect a lot of stuff coming out. Now, unlike my usual strategical video, I wanted to try doing something more gameplay related with some fun edits and really just experiment with more of the features in Premiere Pro. So while thinking of ideas for a Destiny gameplay video, I looked at what I had been doing recently in Destiny, especially with the new season of the Worthy, and really, that was only one thing. Bounties. Tons and tons of bounties. Grinding through the season pass, getting those sweet enhancement cores and upgrade mods, and upgrading the Seraph Bunker. So that's what we're going to focus on, the Seraph Bunker, and more importantly, the bounties associated with it. Now before I jump straight into completing bounties, I think that I could probably count the number of people in my audience who play Destiny on my fingers. In fact, until about a week ago, I could count my whole audience on my fingers. So I decided to make a handy little step-by-step guide for completing the Seraph bounties to give some people an idea of what's going on. Step 1. Find the Seraph Bunker. Since this is where you will get the bounties, you obviously need to go to it. Now, while you might be thinking, oh, I wonder if it'll be someplace cool, like the Almighty or Mars with the rest of the Warmind stuff, since this is what that season's all about. Well, you're wrong. It's in the sludge, in the EDZ on Earth. So I guess that's where we're going to go. Once you arrive in the EDZ, you'll see the entrance to the bunker just by where you load in, as long as you load into the right spot and not some random part. Step 2. Enter the bunker. This step is pretty easy, you just need to watch out for Step 2A, don't hit your head, and Step 2B, wait for it to load 90% of the time. Once you get to the giant hole, jump down, gain maximum velocity, and make use of your ghost ability to bring you back from the dead. Once you stop messing around and killing yourself, you can go up to the giant computer thing and obtain the bounties. For the purposes of this video, we're not getting into the chest bounties, since there's no way I'm running multiple 1000 power level activities without a fire team. Before you leave the bunker, I suggest clearing it out now, since you'll be way too pissed to do it later on without breaking your controller. And this leads us into Step 3. Step 3. Clear the bunker. Depending on how far you've upgraded the bunker, there will be different paths and enemies while clearing, so you want to have an idea of what you're getting into beforehand. Early on, you'll encounter one barrier champion early on and 2 overlord champions in the final room. As long as you bring one weapon to take care of each of these with the appropriate mod, it'll be easy. The second path is the opposite, with 1 Overlord champion, then 2 barrier champions. I still suggest bringing an Overlord weapon, or just something like a sword to shred through the first guy. But once you get to the final room, you will have access to the Valkyrie by this point, so the barrier champions are a piece of cake. Once the bunker is cleared, you're ready to start completing bounties, and the first place we're going to do that is in the Crucible. Before you get into game though, you want to look at what bounties you have and equip the appropriate weapons. While you won't be able to complete all the bounties in the Crucible, I think it's much easier for the bounties that have an either or requirement. However, when it comes to weapons you wouldn't normally use in the Crucible, I seriously suggest doing them in PvE. It will be very hard to get enough kills with a weapon you don't like, especially when you're under the additional stress from wanting to get bounties done. I was able to cheat the system through some of them, like using Devil's Rune to get sidearm kills, but trying to get kills with a heavy weapon you suck at using, especially when you only get ammo for that weapon once or twice a game if you're lucky, will quickly ruin your day. On the other hand, if you want to truly embrace Season of the Bounty and be really time efficient, or you just hate yourself as much as I do, you can pick up more bounties along the way, either from Shaxx or Banshee. Okay, so that took a little bit of explaining, but it looks like now we're on to Step 4. Step 4, complete the bounties. Step 5, claim the bounties. Step 6, go back to the Seraph Bunker, up to the big computer thing, and head to the bunker upgrade section. From there, you'll be able to picture upgrades and... Step 7, replace your broken controller. Step 8, get lucky and buy lots of Dustlight shards from the spider. If he's not selling them, cry yourself to sleep and check again tomorrow. Step, 9? Head back to the bunker again, and finally get the upgrades. These will give you chip things you can use to upgrade the bunker more, so now you're probably happy that you can move on, finish the main quest for this season with a couple of cool missions and stuff, right? Well, you're wrong, because you still have to do that a lot more, unless you're like me, and you've been doing only bounties for the past week. So, Step 10, repeat until done, slowly using your sanity along the way. Once you have everything upgraded, you can finally proceed with the rest of the season's story mission, and there is some cool stuff in that. Along the way, there are the new exotics like the machine gun rider that's hidden away, Tommy's matchbook with the season pass, and the fourth horseman, which has a very easy quest as long as you have a fire team with some high level people that can help you through it. Anyways, this has been the world's worst, but you can call me iRolls. I know this is a bit of a shorter one, but I would want to try out some editing stuff and just have fun with it, and I will see you hopefully within a week.